around probably 10-minute, 13-minute video. Not too long this time. I'll be watching it from player perspective. So let's go. This is an unranked game. A little background on this. Aoi plays unranked. He has 6k party MMR. There's no way he wants to queue ranked party with his friends, especially at certain hours, because you literally are in a queue forever. It happened to me before. You're in a queue forever. You're not fighting in a game. And we got this Jesus Kira Yamato and this Lone Druid. What a player. We got Case, Vengeful Spirit, a new Z on Sven, Viper. Alright, this is a cancer lineup. Alright, this is what you guys gotta do. You play 5-man unranked. You pick freaking. I'm not sure if they random or something. Sometimes they random, but this is a good lineup. I wouldn't want to play against that.
And they're off.
Dire team is there's random stuff. Dire team doesn't, or Radiant team doesn't care. Dire team, they know their shit. Alright, we start in the jungle. Alright, so usually on Chen you want to start at this big camp, because this big camp might be blocked or you need it for a pull or something. So you want to start at the deeper big camp. Same thing on Dire or Radiant. I keep getting mixed. At Radiant, you want to start on the big camp over here. Checks out the bear. What the bear's doing a bit. Check this out right here. This is some place. This is how you know you're watching a player who knows what he's doing. Look at this. Look at that. Kamehameha straight through. Hits both the Satyr Banisher and the other Satyr Mindstealer and this camp right here. And then he waits and stacks it around 53. This camp we want to stack around 53, 54. Probably leaning towards 54. And you get the stack right there. And he goes back. He knows he has a Satyr, whatever that's called. What is that called? Satyr Tormentor. It's a Tormentor. And he farms this camp right here. Alright, look at this. He farms a 2-stack right here, and it's all because he shot the shot through here and hit the both camps at once. Now he's almost level 3, and it's 1 minute 30 seconds in the game. Like, Aoi clearly knows exactly what he's doing with these creeps. Each creep he has a different rotation for, and everything is planned out, so he knows exactly what he needs to do. That's what jungling is about, guys. It's all about efficiency. How fast can you get your levels? And you see, he hits level 3 in under 2 minutes, and instantly what does he do? He gets his 3rd creep, because that's when Chen is strong. When he gets 3 creeps at level 2 minutes at level 3, he goes for a smoke. Watch this. Goes for a smoke. And when you're smoking on Chen, you always want to wrap around, because at 2 minutes in the game, your creeps are strong. They can tank the tower. You can't tank the towers with a hero, but that's what makes Chen a good hero. He has creeps that can tank the tower for you, so you can do that dive. You can go in deep for that kill. And you look, as you see, he comes from behind the tower, and he even went the skill build to be ready for this gank. He levels penitence, and alright, has a sentry for Invoker. Invoker is dead. First blood. So in 2 minutes, around 2 minutes 30 seconds, Aoi got level 3 on Chen, ganked mid with a smoke, and got first blood. 3 minutes in the game. That's how you know your jungler has an impact. He started off with his jungle rotation with the Satyr. He was able to blast both camps and then farm a stacked camp. If you're farming a camp and you can stack it and you don't stack it, you're not being efficient. Playing a jungler like this is all about efficiency. It's very important that you practice over and over again until you get the rotations down, until you get the timings down. The timings and the rotations are very important. If you're just a jungler and you're AFK jungling, you better be doing it as efficient as possible, because you're not helping your team. Now Aoi did a balance. I think this patch is all about a balance of farming and aggression. You have to be able to get your farming as jungler, but at the same time you need to be putting pressure on the map. And you see right here, 3 minutes, 3 minutes 50 seconds, around 4 minutes, he's about to hit level 5. Level 5, is when Chen is strongest. His next timing, because at level 5 he gets 3 creeps. All right, now let's see what happens when he gets level 5. All right, he hits level 5 at around 4 minutes, and he instantly leaves. You see? He's not juggling this camp right here. He's not going over here anywhere. He's looking to make something happen. But he sees that his mid has just been killed, so nothing. He can do nothing at this timing. So he's gonna farm this camp, and as well as placing this ward down during the nighttime. It's very important. Wards during night are extremely important because that's when you can't see. That's when you have lower vision on your heroes and creeps, and you need the ward because wards have uninhibited vision during the night. And this sentry mid is able to get a kill on Rubik. Now see what happens after this kill. Let's see where Aoi goes. He knows that he's still strong. He has 3 creeps at 5 minutes in the game. That's no joke. So he waits. During nighttime, your enemy has limited vision. So he's looking to make a play based on their limited vision. And he's behind their tower. He almost gets the Phoenix. As you can see, there he looks up top. Just a mini map. He doesn't actually look up there, but he knows something's going on top. Right? There's some broodmother shenanigans going. So this is the lane he's looking towards next. But he's just chilling right here at this spot right here. Because he knows if a hero comes here, they can't fight him. Look at their heroes right now. Their supports are in no position to fight at level 5 Chen with 3 creeps. There's no way they can fight him. Like that Phoenix showed up here and almost died. So he's not afraid. And he knows that their core heroes have to stay in their lane. If their core hero leaves the lane for him, they're gonna lose the lane. And he shows up behind this tower, sneaky. Playing a support is all about sneaking. You have to be in places that the enemy doesn't expect you to be in, right? If you show up in the lane and they don't see you coming, that's when you get the kill. But if they see you coming, if you're predictable, if you're able to be, they're able to predict your movements. You're able to be read. They can read your movements. Then you're not gonna be able to get any ganks off. It's all about playing stealth game. You gotta keep off the map. It keeps them guessing. When you show on the map so much, they know exactly where you are. They know that they're not afraid, and they'll be able to farm safely. Right? If they see you show up on like the mini map on a ward or something, they're gonna be able to be like, all right, they're not ganking me. Their supports are there. I know their heroes are here. I'm not afraid. But as you see, when you stay in the shadows, they don't know where you are. He could be just jungling now. He could be going for a gank. They don't know. So this bristleback, that's when they gotta assume you're doing something. And when they assume your position and they don't know your position, that's when you'll be able to get them. Because all they can do is make the best guess of where they think you are. They don't know where you are. And you see they go in for a huge dive bottom. It ends up in 2 deaths on their team. I don't know, Long Druid ends up getting away, I'm pretty sure. This Rubik is just blocked in with the Satyr. And at 8 minutes, Aoi got 1,500 gold, close to mech. Looks like Lone Druid's gone. He gets another Satyr Tormentor right here. This spot's a one hero wide spot. So if he wanted to, he could just block the Invoker from even coming through. My strategy as Chen sometimes is just to, during the mid game, is just to leave a creep here. It messes up the hero's pathing. I do it the same on this spot right here. I'll show you. I was just farming this right now. This spot right here as well. And this spot, if you leave a creep there, it messes up their pathing, and they have to. Sometimes they just click here to the rune or something, and their hero ends up walking around. So then you cut off a pathway. I'm not sure if pro player pro chans do that, but I do that shit, dude. You gotta be next level sometimes. Like, think about it. Right here, some guy just wants to walk to the rune. Right? He doesn't see the creep yet. He clicks down here, and he ends up going this way. You force them into this path through the auto pathing, because they can't path through here. It's pretty legit. I did it in a game earlier today, and it was able to. It annoys people, because they're like, all right, what the heck? There's a creep here. It's like, it messes with their head. I think doing things like that as Chen is legit, because during the first 10 minutes you're very strong as Chen with all these creeps, but then after that you start to fall off, and you gotta be creative with your creeps, because sending your creeps down a lane usually is not the best option, because keeping your creeps grouped up like this sometimes makes it easier for the enemy, like if they have cleave or something, and your creeps just die, like they're not so tanky later in the game, right? They're tanky in the first 10 minutes because the enemies don't have items or skills or spells to kill them. But once people's nukes are max and stuff like that, it's all over for your creeps. And this when I came up with some pretty next level creep usage that I'll discuss in later videos. But for now, let's just focus on Aoi. So he picks up a mech at around 10 minutes. His timing is really, really good. And you notice this is all from kills. This is all from kills, not even tower pushing. Because he knows that the enemy can defend towers relatively easily, because they have Rubik, Phoenix, Invoker, and Bristleback. They're going to be able to clear the creep waves pretty early, and it's going to be hard to just go for towers. And the thing with Chen is, if you go for towers and you fail, you're set back a lot, because you lose all your creeps as well as all that your time spent going for that tower, where you could be jungling or doing something else, getting kills. And if you go for a tower and you fail, it's almost like game losing on Chen, because usually what will most likely happen is you lose all your creeps, so you gotta re-get all your creeps, and you're put in a very bad position. That's why on Chen, if you're gonna go for a tower, you better be sure that you're getting that tower 100%, or at least damaging that tower a lot, significantly. Sometimes you won't be able to get it, because the enemy will be able to pull off really good defense, but you better be sure that you're gonna get a lot of damage. That's why you gotta go with the catapult timings. Catapults show up in the side lanes around 4 minutes, or a little earlier on mid lane, 3 minutes 30 seconds, because of the shorter lane, and then it show up once again at 7 minutes, around 7 to 8 minutes, 7:30 to 8 minutes on the side lanes, around 7 to on the mid lane. And if you do your timing with the catapults in your first 10 minutes, that's when you're gonna get the best pushes off. And we see Aoi, he just has his 4 creeps. He's been dealing with the Broodmother top this entire time, and the enemy is going for a push bot. So let's see how they respond to the bottom enemy push. Do they go and defend? No, they let it go. They know that they cannot defend this. Like, this is an unranked game, but it's very clear that this Radiant stack is pretty high level. They know what they're doing. They have very good rotations, and they are able to make the right moves. They're able to go for bot lane, and as you can see, they're gaining the tower advantage against a team that seems to be scary pushers. So they're making good use of their heroes, good use of their ability in this first early game phase. Alright, I'm gonna go continue this video to around 20 minutes actually. I said 15, but 20 minutes isn't fine, because I didn't watch this game fully yet. I only watched like the first 5 minutes, and I wanted to see when they start winning, because I'll spoil it. Dire wins this game. So I want to get up to at least when they they hit their timing and they make the big plays. Aoi is going for Aghanims. I'm not sure if this game was before or after the patch where they nerfed Aghanims. I guess we'll see. I'm not sure if we're gonna go that far into the video, but I don't think Aghanims is that worth it on Chen anymore. Without that 30-second or 40-second heal timing, it's pretty bad. I mean, you get Ancient Creep, which is good in certain situations, but otherwise I think like Force Staff and just other Greaves even is just a lot better. so they push down the bot wave, but the enemy also gets top. You see, the enemy is one tower ahead, pretty much, in terms of their pushing, because they're able to push bot uncontested, while Broodmother was forcing top in, so they couldn't really force a push top as well to counter push it, or counter as a counter measure to the bottom push. And looks like mid is getting gone on, and Viper is most likely dead. Yep. But the thing is, the enemy may be getting these towers, but if you look at the gold graph, Dire is ahead, and that's all because they are able to hit the farm. They're able to hit the creeps. If you look at the last hit denies, I mean Sven is at the top, right? But look at Aoi. Look at Aoi. He's third on the net worth, or on the last hit and denies, and look at net worth. He is fourth on the net worth. He is about the same as the enemy carry. So, alright, with the enemy taking 2 towers down, think about that, right? They don't care. They're like, you can have the towers. We're getting farm. We know we're getting more farm than you. That's what happens when you're playing your game and they're playing their game. And they're playing into your hands. Because at this point, right, they don't want to defend these towers. They know they can't defend these towers. So what are they going to do? Hit as many creeps as possible while you're taking towers. Because, alright, what are you going to do when they push your tower and you don't know whether or not you can defend or not, right? So you're unsure. So you go to the tower, or you just stand there and you're wasting time. When you're wasting time, you're not making things happen. See, they knew that they couldn't defend. So instead of wasting time, they went for the counter push bot, they went for their jungle, and they hit creeps. Because what do creeps do? They give you money. And when you get money, you're able to buy items, and you're able to put yourself in a better position to fight later. As well as getting money, you also get levels. If you look at the EXP graph, or XP graph, they're also ahead. So the enemy, the kill score is completely even, 7-7. The enemy has 2 towers. But who do you think is winning this game? Dire is winning this game. Does Radiant know Dire is winning this game? No, the kill score is even. They know they have more towers. So what are they going to do next? They're going for a mid push. Let's see if Dire defends this. I don't know or for sure, but let's see what happens mid.
Can't do nothing about Dire structures right
I'm going to switch to free cam now, because it allows me to see more of the map. It looks like they're going to defend this for sure. Aoi called his creep back.
Dire's mid tower.
No, they're going to let it go.
Dire's mid tower's nothing.
They're still too afraid of this hero, these heroes, because they know that this is when they're strong. Because Invoker is he's level 11, so he's able to have very high Wex, and his spells are gonna hit for a lot. And Invoker is very good against a push. That's why if you notice, Radiant or Dire hasn't gone for a push either, because Quaswex Invoker can really shut down pushes with his EMP Tornado. And they know Phoenix Egg as well as Rubik being able to take spells like Viper Strike and other things like that, even Stormbolt, is very deadly. And they don't even want to fight. So what they do is they go for the gank. When you can't fight, you either farm or you go for the ganks. You notice that this Broodmother is picked off and you kill her. And you look, even though each time they take a tower, they're bringing the gold lead back to them a little bit, Dire is consistently 3,000 gold ahead in the game at 18 minutes. With kill score even, and them being down 2 towers. 3 towers lost, they only have 1 for it. And notice, they killed Broodmother. Now they know they're strong, right? Broodmother is dead, and they have the right timing. They have Mech, they have Sven, Warcry maxed. If you look at the build Sven went, look at this. He didn't go Blink Dagger, right? He didn't build any. Look what he's building. He's building Helmet Dominator. He's going for an Assault Cuirass. Because why is he doing this? Because he knows, alright, we're not going to fight anytime soon. We can't fight into these heroes. They're too strong for us at this moment. And our Viper didn't have the greatest time mid. If you look, Viper is pretty low down, right? maybe if Viper was owning mid, they might look to fight. But they know that Viper got owned. He got ganked multiple times. So instead, they're gonna focus on their own farm and how farm they can get while avoiding the enemy. If you notice, most of this game, they've been avoiding the enemy. They started off with a lot of ganks, but then during the 10-minute to 20-minute, they started avoiding the enemy. They started going to the opposite sides of the map. So you look, they pushed bot, Aoi was top. They pushed top, Aoi was bot. They pushed mid, they looked like they were in a position to defend it, but they knew they couldn't, so they didn't do it. That's what being a good Dota player is all about. It's being able to predict or know when you cannot take a fight. Because that's very important. Because as it says in the Art of War, the winning general is the one who only takes fights he knows he will win. For a fact. When you're taking fights where you know that for sure you will win regardless of this situation, regardless, you're not trying to outplay your opponent, right? You don't want to make those big plays. Sometimes you have to make those big plays, but ideally you want to play as simple as possible. You want to play as basic as possible and take the fights that you know you can win for sure without having to make the big plays. Because when you have to rely on making big plays or high individual plays, that's when you're taking too much risk. Some teams play like that, and they're able to pull it off. But if you notice, they're not consistent. Teams like Virtus Pro, right? They just run at you, and they rely on their big plays, and they rely on their individual skill to win. But it's in addition to that, they know that they can rely on their individual skill. But when you're not a skilled player, when you know that you're not going to be able to make those clutch plays, you don't go for those big plays until you know you can. But even then, why risk it? In my mind, teams like China, like Newbie, IG, even to a certain extent EG, win tournaments because they take no risk. You don't want to take risk. The more risk you take, the more chances you have to throw. Now, I want to end this video on that note. Because if you look at this game, they were ahead in the early game a lot. But did they run at the enemy blindly and try to take stupid fights and potentially end up throwing the game? No. They ended up avoiding fights and only taking fights like such as this one, where Bristleback got greedy and he wanted to farm their ancients. And there were 4 heroes on 1. 4 heroes on 1. How can they lose that fight? Even if they didn't cast their spells correctly, even if he like stunned a boar or some stupid thing like that, they would have killed him. You want to take fights like that. You want to take ganks like that. When you're diving into the enemy, you're just blindly and hoping that you can outplay them. That's when you're going to make the most mistakes. Because as soon as one player messes up something in his individual skill or one of his spells or something doesn't go right, then that's when you crumble. But when you play calm and collected, you focus on your items and you know your timings, then you know this Lone Druid, he wanted his Radiance. He got 22-minute Radiance. Alright, once I have Radiance, I'll be strong. Then we could run at him, right? You gotta focus on your hero timings. When is Lone Druid strong? They know the enemy's hero timing. They know that they were very strong at that 10 to 20-minute phase where they had very strong spells, right? But Dire was like, we need items. Once we have items, we'll be able to fight into their spells, and we won't be afraid. Now they're making aggressive plays. They know they're ahead. They got Chen Aghanims, right? This Phoenix ult doesn't scare them. They kill it. They have Assault Cuirass for that. They're able to attack fast. See, even then, they lose a Viper here. Whenever you're taking a fight, you're risking your lives. Think about that. You're risking you or your teammates' lives. Someone might die in that fight. Now, take it for a real-life example. Playing Dota and in actual warfare. Do you want to risk lives for no reason? Do you want to let people die meaninglessly? Think about that. Now, apply that to Dota. Do you want to take a fight where you know that you're gonna die? you have the potential of dying? Or do you want to go for the safe play? You want to go for the ganks. Because when you're 4-on-1, your chances of death are slim to none. But keep one thing in mind. Even the cornered rat bites the cat. When you're going for that 4-on-1 gank, make sure that you protect yourself and you get that kill. You may have to expend ultimates for it. If there's a dangerous hero, especially a carry hero, don't show him any mercy. Crush him, destroy him, do whatever it takes to kill him. Cast all your spells, it doesn't matter. Make him dead, take him off the map. When you're conserving ultimates, when you're trying to play like on the edge, sometimes he'll live and he might kill 1 or 2 of your heroes. Do you want that? You don't want to die. You don't want your teammates to die. So kill him. Make sure he's dead. I'm gonna end up on that note. And this game, it was a little chaotic at first, where Aoi was just going around, going everywhere, getting kills. And you notice, they slowed it down instantly when they knew the enemy was strong. That's what you gotta do. I hope you all learned something from this replay. I want to keep these videos short so they're watchable. So, see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed listening and watching.